What's the worst thing a parent could do then to their kids over and over again that will almost surely make them dysfunctional as an adult? Is it never apologizing to them when,
That's too symptomatic. That's too superficial.
uh-huh.
The thing that's going to make them more dysfunctional as an adult is to not break their own cycle from their own past, bringing that cycle to their current nuclear family and not knowing it.
So bringing the generational trauma onward.
And the generational programming. And the generational emotional Wi-Fi that's been going on, and they just bring that right into here, that's going to mess them up more than ever. Now, does abuse and narcissistic meanness, and do all those things affect the kid? Of course it does.
Screaming and all this stuff, yeah.
Exactly. Of course it's going to. But it's not the screaming that's the underlying problem.
That's a symptom of something.
That's a symptom of how the family has been dysfunctional and toxic. And it can come out in different ways: narcissism, alcoholism, abuse, workaholism, sex addiction. It can come out in gambling and all kinds of symptomatic ways. But underneath all of that is an enmeshment to a family whose trance has never been broken.
Wow. The origin family.
The origin family. It's never been broken. And now you're just living it out. Only John's living it out that way. Mary's living it out that way. But that's the underlying important dynamic.
And if we don't break the trance of the family, the origin family of ours, if we don't break that trance, then we're just going to relive that pattern in our adult relationships as well.
In some way. And it may not even look like the way mom and dad did it, but the pattern's still there. So people will go, well, I'm not like my parents. Oh, hold on just a second. Let me ask you, but what you're doing is the same theme, and it has origins in your family of origin. You may have chosen the opposite, but 180 degrees from unhealthy is unhealthy. So people will go, oh, well, I'm all the way over here. Oh, now you're just a class B unhealthy rather than a class A unhealthy person. And you feel superior over them because you're over here.
Right.
You haven't broken the cycle. You're living the pendulum life.
Yeah, I'm not screaming at my partner.
I'm not screaming at my partner like they did.
But I'm controlling.
But I'm being controlling, and I still may be self-absorbed or judgmental or any number of other kinds of things.
Interesting. Here's the real question then. If we start to think about, oh, maybe my parents had some narcissistic tendencies, and I'm starting to think about it, and I'm starting to evaluate my childhood and realize, oh, I thought this was just normal because this is the only thing I knew.
How many families did we grow up in?
Yeah, right? And it wasn't as bad as that family, so I got to be grateful for this.
Yeah, and we should.
And my parents were loving at times, and they gave us, and they were doing the best they could, so that I can't think of them as narcissistic, but we start to internalize that. What are the warning signs then that show up in adult children of narcissistic parents?
Let's then take a look at that. Mom and dad, or whoever was narcissistic, hypercritical and judgmental. Now, I then grow up and say, I'm not going to be like that. But what am I to myself? Hypercritical and judgmental. So an adult child of a narcissistic family often will have unbounded guilt, shame, criticalness, hypercriticalness, very hard on themselves. So they just take the voice from here and just live it inside themselves.
Really?
Everything is that way. People go, oh, well, they screamed all the time. So many times I've said, so how many times have you internally screamed at yourself? I don't scream at other people. I didn't say other people. I said, you. Oh, well, yeah, I can be pretty nasty to me. You know, you stupid, da, 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 da. And I said, you're just reliving this only in a different way. And so it's all embryonic in the family.